What are some reasons happily married men cheat? The longer you are in a relationship, the more baggage there is around, and the less a single thing changes the dynamic. Did you get flowers on the way home? Great, but also you're the guy who keep forgetting to take the trash down to the curb, and forgot to register the kids for Little League and made plans to go out instead of help with chores. You meet some girl at a bar, and bring her flowers, the next time you see her she'll melt. Real relationships require work, they are hard. A fling is like a clean slate where you get to pretend you're actually a great partner. Depends what you mean by happily married. If he's happy with his life and marriage but doesn't actually love his wife, he'll cheat for any number of reasons. If he actually loves his wife and values their relationship, and sees her as a true partner, he would not cheat. He would either respect her enough to break things off before sleeping around, or bring up any relationship issues around sex and emotional fulfillment with his wife long before he feels any desire to cheat. Depends what you mean by happily married. If he's happy with his life and marriage but doesn't actually love his wife, he'll cheat for any number of reasons. If he actually loves his wife and values their relationship, and sees her as a true partner, he would not cheat. He would either respect her enough to break things off before sleeping around, or bring up any relationship issues around sex and emotional fulfillment with his wife long before he feels any desire to cheat. They don't. If they were actually happily married, which requires voluntary monogamy, then they would not cheat. If they cheat, it means they may like most of their marriage except the marriage part. The part where you commit to be with the same person forever. No one is forced to promise to be monogamous. They choose that when they get married. So if they are no longer happy being monogamous, then they are also not happily married. The way it was explained to me was, men are either good keys or bad keys. Women are either good locks or bad locks. A good key can open many locks, but a bad lock is opened by many keys. More men cheat because they like being a good key, opening many locks. Women don't cheat as often or don't get caught as often because it's frowned upon to be a bad lock. So yeah, that's why. Natural evolution. Men are just horn dogs. I think if you're cheating, you aren't happily married. Anyone who claims otherwise is just lying to themselves and others. I am not happily married. I don't get what I need out of my marriage, so I have to try to get it elsewhere. And if I wasn't so stuck in the situation, yes, I would just get a divorce and leave, but it's too damn complicated. They want to experiment sexually and their wives do not. Rather than try to work on their approach to their wives, they find it easier to approach other people. It's an escape from real life, and all pleasure. Real life is hard, boss yelling, wife nagging, kids yelling. The affair partner offers a port of peace ideally. Some people just have shit values and no morals. They will do what benefits or feels good to them with absolutely no regard for anyone else. With cheating, you get that new romance sexual partner rush, over and over again. I think most people who cheat, especially serially or otherwise act unscrupulously, are just shit people, because they are selfish assholes that have lost sight of what is right and how lucky they are, considering that finding a partner for some is the most significantly difficult thing they will ever attempt. For some, nothing is ever enough. Sorry for the rant. Infidelity really pisses me off, because a stiff prick has no conscience. Same is true for a wet pussy, honestly. I'm not male, and I've never cheated on anybody, but I've come very close. Being in the heat of the moment with a person to whom you're attracted is more difficult to walk away from than most people realize. Because men are shallow misogynists, they solely value women based on looks, think we expire very young. You can never be young enough or pretty enough for them. If they get an opportunity to go pretty or younger, they will take it every time. Imagine your favorite food is pizza. You eat Domino's every single day. You're incredibly grateful, privileged to be able to eat your favorite food whenever you want, and it's great. But maybe you want to try Papa John's or Pizza Hut because they want to have sex, want to fuck other people, their partner doesn't make an effort or needs sex, because fucking one person for the rest of your life is kind of insane. There's many reasons. Because they lack character, loyalty, and integrity. A good person won't cheat, period. A bad one usually doesn't need a reason other than an opportunity they think they can get away with. Some people will always cheat, regardless of how good their relationships are. Serial cheaters tend to be narcissists, who need the supply of new relationships for validation. They are unhappily married if they are cheating. They may be happy in some parts or even most parts of the marriage, but if they are cheating, they are seeking something. Shame, wanting to do things that they do not feel they can confide with their spouse about. Greed, wanting more than they feel their spouse can offer them. The same reasons happily women cheat, for complex reasons that can be hard to understand. It doesn't mean they are bad people, maybe they just need help. People always want something they can't have. Being happily married doesn't mean you don't want something else. It's disgusting but true. I'm happily married. And my wife is a lovely fun person. But she has a sex drive of ice. Have I cheated? No. Why? No. Happily married men don't cheat. If you're happy, there's no need to stray. It's already broken before that action happens. I think for men it's more about being able to pull someone young and beautiful than it is about building a new relationship. This thread makes me wonder how many men fantasize about other women while they're in a happy relationship. Is this normal? 1. The phrase happily married man that cheats is an oxymoron. 2. Sex and marriage are not necessarily symbiotic. He's not happily married if he's cheating. He's cheating because there's something he's not getting at home. Things are never what they seem. And very few couples are as happy, or what they present in public. Women do it too. It's usually some mix of seeking novelty, validation, narcissism, and bad morals. Those happily married couples you met in parties are not happy, it is all a show. Midlife crisis, the whole what could have been, grass is greener mentality. They're either not happily married or they're just narcissistic assholes. I don't see how you could be happily married and betray your spouse. My 87-year-old uncle told me if you cheat you ain't happily married. Some shitheads are just never satisfied with how good they have it. Men think about sex constantly. Most of us don't cheat though. Not happily married. Need an ego boost. Narcissism. Anal sex. You may have food at home, but McDonald's always sounds better. Some people just cannot be in a monogamous relationship.